going to the toilet.
All right, so proximal humerus already done. We're gonna have two nice muscle bellies, the triceps brachii, biceps brachii, perhaps a little sore.
I probably should move.
Appreciating brachialis underneath. Always find our point of reference. Our point of references are going to be the epicondyles. They might even be visual. You can see them relatively easy. So palpating medial epicondyle, palpating lateral epicondyle. There are muscle bellies and flexor masses, extensor masses that come off of that, so you kind of have to move those out of the way. That's normal. So I'm going to start right here on the medial epicondyle, and you can actually work your way up, and you actually can feel the supracondylar ridge. You can feel the flare of the humerus. Where's my skeleton? Okay. Same thing on the lateral side. Lateral epicondyle, palpate in between the two muscle bellies, and you can actually feel the flare. Those are the supracondylar ridges. If I actually pinch, you can actually see I'm up underneath in between the two muscle bellies. All right? So epicondyles and the supracondylar ridges. The front of the elbow, much like we have in the back of the knee, this is the cubital fossa. So you hear cubital, think elbow. Anyone ever got an IV? And you got an anti-cubital IV, anti-ATE meaning in front of, cubital meaning elbow. So they took the IV in the front of the elbow, anti-cubital IV. Oh, it is. It's just telling you exactly where you're going to get the IV. And that's where I want my IV. I hate when they do it here. The dorsum of the hand. Oh, like, hey, we can't find a vein. How can you not find? It's a pipeline right there. What are you talking about? Sorry, I digress.
Yeah.
They butcher you sometimes.
Have you been through some things?
So it's going to be very difficult to get to because you have biceps brachii coming to the radius, you have brachialis coming to the ulna, but you'll feel the tendons. Theoretically, if you really dig in there, you can get to that coronoid process of the ulna, that little parrot beak, right? If you really want to dig in there, it's not comfortable. You're probably not even going to feel it, even if you're in the area, because it is such a small little landmark. But you understand what I'm trying to do there, right? You can see the crease in her elbow, so now I know where exactly my biceps brachii and my brachialis have to cross. All right, so I got my epicondyles, my supracondylar ridges, my cubital fossa, and buried in there the coronoid process of the ulna, if I can actually get to it. If you were to spin and face that way, on the posterior, really we have that olecranon process. In full elbow extension, the olecranon process completely fills up the olecranon fossa, so I can't palpate it. Agreed? So if I put her, you can see her on the model. I can't get to it. It's full. But if I flex maybe about 70 degrees, I can then, you can actually see where my thumb is sinking in. So I'm actually sunk in to the olecranon fossa of the humerus. I appreciate triceps brachii tendon is right there. So I'm actually pushing through the triceps brachii tendon to get into that. Does that make sense? And if she actively extends, it kicks my thumb out. Olecranon fossa says, my home. And it just kicks me out. All right? Those are the basic landmarks. We have our epicondyles, olecranon process, etc. On the palpation sheet, you're going to notice some of the other landmarks. Those are going to be for the model only, like the trochlear notch, the coronoid, etc., because we can't get to that. That sort of makes sense? So on our diagram, or in the picture right here, here are supracondylar ridges. There's our fossas. So that's just we can palpate. The last thing we're going to palpate is the radial head. I find this to be the easiest way. Shake their hand, okay? Palpate the lateral epicondyle. From here, drop slightly down and in this little mass, and then actively or passively pronate and supinate. You'll feel the radial head rolling underneath your thumb, just like Ayana's doing. It's just going to start on the lateral epicondyle. Just going to drop down and then rotate right there. Okay? There's going to be a nice extensor mass right here. You're going to have Henri's mobile water 3. You know about that? Henri's mobile water 3.
Yes, Henri.
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 Henri. I don't know. I don't even know if it's French or not. I just like saying Henri. And you'll feel radial head right there. Those are really the main palpable landmarks we're going to deal with right now. Okay? Questions? Let's break up. Let's find it.